How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Lead Therapy, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. And if you guys could do me a large favor at the end of the video, please help the channel out by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. I really do appreciate it. Numerous Republican attorney generals have sent letters to UPS and FedEx about their concerns about tracking weapons, and they also want to know if the ATF is involved. Montana Attorney General Austin Knudson and a coalition of 16 other Republican AGs have sent letters to the CEOs of FedEx and UPS demanding answers about new policies that they allege will help the Biden administration establish a backdoor gun registry. In the letters, Knudson and the other AGs say they have heard from a number of federally licensed firearm dealers over the past few weeks about new policies which require all FFLs to create 3 separate shipping accounts, one for firearms, one for firearm parts, and one for all other firearm-related products. Knudson said that because FFLs can no longer mix and match shipments, the companies are now able to determine whether a particular shipment includes a gun part, accessories, or an actual firearm. According to the AGs, that new policy, combined with other new restrictions, has left them wondering if UPS and FedEx are now enabling the government to establish at least a partial database of gun owners in violation of federal law. Here's part of the letter sent to the FedEx CEO. In addition to creating 3 distinct shipping groups, FedEx now apparently demands that gun store owners retain documents about what specific items those shipments contain and make that information available to FedEx upon request. These demands in tandem allow FedEx to create a database of American gun purchasers and determine exactly what items they purchased. Perhaps most concerning, your policies allegedly allow FedEx to comply with requests from applicable law enforcement or other governmental authorities, even when those requests are inconsistent or contrary to any applicable law, rule, regulation, or order. In doing so, you perhaps inadvertently give federal agencies a workaround to federal law, which has long prevented federal agencies from using gun sales to create gun registries. But under these policies, FedEx can provide information at will or upon request to federal agencies, information detailing which Americans are buying what guns. Knudson says FedEx, but not UPS, has established a gag rule instructing FFLs that the new policy is confidential and not to be disclosed unless required by law, a provision that Knudson and his colleagues describe as very disturbing. Both UPS and FedEx have both been asked to answer a number of questions. Did UPS or FedEx enact these policies with the goal of information sharing with the ATF or any other federal agency? Did UPS or FedEx enact these policies at the request of officials in ATF, a different federal agency, or on its own initiative? If UPS or FedEx implemented these policies at the request of federal agencies, please identify that agency, the officials who made that request, the nature of that communication, and any legal authorization cited by those officials. If UPS or FedEx changed its policies on its own initiative, please explain why it made those changes. Did UPS communicate or coordinate with FedEx in making these changes? Did ATF or other federal agency employees help draft the updated shipping agreements? The letters also instruct the companies to provide copies of their current shipping policies, as well as answers to the above questions in 30 days, as well as recommending that the shipping conglomerates consider taking actions to limit potential liability moving forward, including immediate cessation of any existing warrantless information sharing with federal agencies about gun shipments. I think we're all glad to see these AGs press FedEx and UPS on their new policies, though there are a number of other questions that the CEOs should have to answer, starting while their new policies have blocked all non-FFLs from using their services to ship firearms and gun parts entirely, while subjecting FFLs to severe restrictions. Hopefully the 6 questions posed by the 17 AGs are just a start of a deeper dive into allegations of anti-Second Amendment practices by these organizations. Whether or not the CEOs will be forthcoming or keep mum about any involvement with the ATF in developing and implementing their new policies, however, remains to be seen. Hopefully these AGs will get some answers from UPS and FedEx. And if they don't, hopefully when the GOP takes back the House, they will subpoena the CEOs of UPS and FedEx and have them explain themselves before Congress. As always, let me know your thoughts about the story in the comments section down below. And as I mentioned at the starting of the video, if you guys could please help the channel out by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.